Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome on in. My name is Anu and I am your Psychic Tarot host. Today's reading is to see what karmic completions or even beginnings are here as we're entering the eclipse season. So again, the eclipse season is beginning April 19th or 20th of 2023, but the energies start early April as is, and then they can go on for the next 6 months or more. So let's see. So Spirit, tap me into our beautiful people, beautiful souls over here. We'll draw our 3 piles first, just the theme. This is from the Ganesha Oracle. Let's see, pile 1, pile 2, and these cards are a little sticky. Pile 3. Okay, let's look at what we got for the 3 groups. Pile 1, you have Insight, number 26. Okay. For pile 2, we have Surrender, number 2. And then for pile 3, we have Wholeness, number 24. Okay, so those are your options. Feel free to watch one, watch all 3, a couple, whatever calls you today. Remember, these are timeless. These are just meant to bring the energies, and then always remember it's your free will how you want to use the energy to your advantage. Okay, with that, go ahead and make your first choice, and I will see you at your selection. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the first card called Insight, and it is number 26, which reduces to an 8, which is completion, as above so below. It's the infinity symbol, and it also represents prosperity and abundance as the infinity symbol itself. Now this one here for you, if you were drawn to this energy, sorry, I've got like black suit from the Palo Santo, so cleansing would be good, but this one really talks about the third eye activation, okay, and even the term insight. So starting this eclipse, or actually starting whenever you see this reading, whatever is unfolding in your life, the sense I'm getting is you already have pretty good hunches about it, okay? Or something that you've been feeling for a while, you're now going to start seeing it in the physical. And of course, the color indigo, or this shade of blue or dark blue, it is the third eye color. It's going to help you, if you want to have like, oh, these are lovely blue roses here. I don't even know where to find blue roses, but blue flowers, blue foods, blueberries, if they're still around in season. And I'm wearing a light blue today. Interesting. Blue is going to be a very activating color for you. So just surround yourself with blue color. That's important. But this is all about insight. Something is coming to light. But for a lot of you, I feel like you already know what's unfolding in the future. You've had a gut feeling about this change or these upcoming changes, but you're now going to be able to see it. And that in turn is going to strengthen your intuition. It's going to make you feel more confident and listen more to your third eye. Okay, your intuition is going to lead you through. This is probably like a time where it just gets activated and you're finally like really tuning into it. Okay. So let's see. Okay, we're going to put this over here. Let's draw our oracle cards for today. We have 4 decks. This is the mystical shaman oracle. Let's see. Pile 1 spirit, help me tap into their energy. What karmic completion or beginning is here for them? Pile 1, please. What do they need to know? What karmic completion is here? That's the Soul's Journey Oracle. Let's draw one from the Moonology deck. Pile And the eclipse is on the 19th or the 20th. That's the first eclipse of the year in Aries. It's a new moon eclipse happening in the sign of Aries, as I said. Oops. Oh, I didn't feel this. But as I said, because it's the beginning, you're going to start feeling those energies already. So whatever this hunch is, it's already in your energy field, okay? Let's see. So you may want to check, oh, 2 want to come out. Okay, we'll take 2. You may want to check what house that is for you. What house is Aries for you? Okay, I'm just going to scooch these over so you got more cards for you. Okay, so let's see. First up, we've got the Child, number 7. So I'm going to open them all and then we'll walk through those. So it's like the inner child. That's really powerful. So, you know, Ganesha was also a child god, okay? So very, very powerful energies. We have trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Look at the colors. Look at the colors. This is the trust. This is the inner guidance system. Oh, wow. We have a time for healing, balsamic moon. You have present, abundant gratitude. And then you have rejection, reflections. Ooh, why did I hear rejection? I heard rejections and protections, and this is actually reflection and projections. So interesting, because that's probably like my subconscious or some of your subconscious also thinking some things that haven't happened for a while will not happen. So there is some play of memory here, okay? That's where I think the inner child is going to play a bigger role. It's like what memories are from past experiences that are shaping our belief system. Can we release them? Because they are becoming an expectation and we need to break that pattern. You see how there's like breakage in this mirror in the reflection, because what's reflecting back is not the reality. It's kind of some wounding being reflected back at us. Now, the present seems very abundant and you're being called to have a lot of gratitude in this. It is, again, a time of healing. That's why I feel like the memories, some past pain does not have to be from childhood. We mean inner child. When we see the child, it's all about how would you hug your inner self, okay? So if you could see your inner child and you could just hug them today and give them your most abundant, you know, unconditional love, that would heal a lot of things. That's what's coming through. So with this eclipse season starting again, like your inner child is kind of going through a very positive healing journey. This is amazing because you've put in a lot of work. And as your child here heals, the curiosity awakens, you know, the wonders come back into your life and you start having a much more positive outlook. So I'm seeing a very, very positive shift, but it is almost like a pivotal point. Like all of a sudden, finally the mirror cracks. The mirror that had been like giving you false reflections is finally cracking. And you're turning around and looking at what you have with a lot of gratitude and also being thankful for the pain, for those painful memories, for those experiences, because that's what's taught you how to start trusting your own guidance system and stand up on your own feet and become very courageous and take charge of your life. So there's a big healing of the inner child here. To me, I mean, it's the number 7, which is also about, so there's healing in relationships as well, the 7th house. But to me, what's coming forward is some of you would really benefit from some creative outlet. So inner child, right? Even if that's something like you want to go to an amusement park, or you want to go for a little bit of retail therapy or a spa session, or if you want to, you know, just join the gym, start something new, art, painting, poetry, music, anything that's creative where you get completely lost. Because if you think about children, when they're really occupied in an activity, like even if it's Lego building, puzzle building, or coloring, they're completely lost in it. And that's like the most present energy. So find those activities around this time, because it's a pretty erratic eclipse. It's the first eclipse, and you know, it's really squaring Pluto. I mean, follow some astrology, you'll hear like how intense the planetary alignments are. So all of us are going to feel it. And the best way is to come back into the present, to come back into our bodies and do things like, you know, completely absorb us in the moment, okay? Because that's what you're healing right now. And so that phase of the painful memories, the belief system that is formed because of out of past experiences, that is what is ending this eclipse season, okay? And what's beginning is this major cycle of really fine-tuning and trusting our insight, our inner guidance system. Your intuition is really like full force ahead from what I see. Okay, so let's see what tarot has to tell us. Thank you, Spirit. Tap me further into pile 1. It's like really very, very intuitive group. Okay. Look, I can barely hold these cards. First card out, you have the Chariot. So another 7. Very interesting. 7, 7. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. So what karmic completion is here? What is beginning? What is ending? What is beginning? With the eclipse season, you got the 3 of coins. Pile 1, Spirit. What do they need to know? The Hermit. Couple more. I love it. The moon comes out for the eclipse energy. And then bottom deck energy, we have the King of Wands. So taking action. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, really taking the reins or control of the reins is what I'm hearing. And of course, what is significant about this is because it's an Aries. Aries represents the first sign of the zodiac. So the astrological year has begun with the Aries season. And when it's the first house, it's the house of action, you know. So it's pretty powerful. If you've been thinking about taking some action, as I said, some of you like trying to start a creative thing, something you've been thinking about for a while but haven't really like put pen to paper, this is the perfect time to do it. But it's also because it's the eclipse, it's not advised to like suddenly come up with a new idea and go for it. Then it's a pretty erratic energy, and it's not going to have like staying power. This is, as I said in the beginning, something that you've been thinking about for a while. You've had a hunch for a long while, and now you're seeing it in the physical as you've been like building the momentum to it. Okay, so let's look at your cards. You have the Chariot, the 3 of Cups. Oh, okay, something good. 3 of Pentacles. You have the Hermit, major arcana. So 2 major arcanas. Oh, Knight of Swords, and then another major arcana, the Moon. So 3. Let me just think about this. You have Cancer, you have Virgo, and you have Cancer. So Cancer is a pretty predominant energy over here. Maybe Pisces as well. So strong water. So emotions are going to be running high anyway. That's anybody can tell you with the eclipses. So please just like watch out for this, for projections from other people that may impact you. So just know that, you know, they're also coming from a wounded place and they may be overreacting to something. So like, you know, our job is not to reflect back what we're getting from them. Okay, that's like preserving our energy that's coming through over here. Now, there's something mysterious, of course. As I said, either you start feeling it almost like a month before, or the events unfold in the next 6 months or even beyond. It can also be up to a year. Because the moon is here and there's a Chariot, it's like 2 water Cancer major arcanas flanking your core energy here. It's showing us again back to the point of healing. This major healing. Cancer is also our 4th house. It is the childhood. It is the house of family, foundations, our memories. So there's major healing that's happening. At this point, or like, in the next few days or whenever you watch this, it's quite possible that you get very vivid dreams or some childhood memories or some past wounds related to your foundation. Again, it can be foundation in a relationship, it can be foundations in the family or the family unit, or it can be literally some discomfort or let's say painful memories from even like your, some place, some neighborhood that you'd stayed for a long time. You may get dreams about that, but they're coming up because as they're releasing, okay? So let them bubble up and just say, okay, thank you for that experience. I release you now. I no longer have the need to carry you with me. Okay, that's just a simple affirmation you can do. And it's like, a lot of people will have trouble sleeping through the night. Full moons or new moons, anyway, do that anyway, but the eclipse is pretty powerful. So the moon is showing us emotions are going to be coming up, memories are going to be coming up, but it may be a little disturbing. It's like, why is this coming up now? I thought I had healed it. Like, why do I need to see this memory? And it's okay if you need to channel that energy. Some people like to cry. Some people like to journal it away and, burn the paper or something like that. Some small ritual, whatever works for you, big or small. Do it because it's just that stuff is coming out from the inner child and wants to be released. You will be victorious no matter what, okay? You have a Chariot came out as your first energy. So you are charging ahead no matter what. There's like, always like two, what do you want to call it? Creatures that pull your chariot, and the creatures represent our shadow and light aspects, or they represent our heart and our mind. Like, you will be able to balance them and find the middle path forward, and you will come out on top. Okay, there may be, as I said, some building blocks. This is also creation. You may also be coming into new friendships, new colleagues, new neighbors, something like that. This is like your immediate surrounding, people surrounding you immediately, but they're going to really appreciate your craft, whatever craft means to you. So what you have to offer, your philosophies, your thoughts, your recipes, your art, your projects, whichever axis this falls in, there is appreciation, and you're coming into those very productive building blocks and people supporting that. Okay, if you need support, like for example, if you're building a team, if you're hiring people, whatever that is, you will find the right talent, because this represents the the foundation. The triangle is the most secure shape in geometry, and you're building on that, so you'll be getting all the building blocks from here on out. Yes, this journey of like contemplation is over, but again, you see how the blue is coming out. This talks about our insight, our inner guidance system, what reflections we've had, contemplation, meditation, all that is paying off, and it's also recharging you. Again, basic themes, big healing of past wounds, resurfacing and releasing them. And as you release them, center yourself, be present, and then go forward with what is calling you, because that healing phase is now coming to a completion. And it's funny because we have the Knight of Swords right after, which is like, been in my hermit mode, done my work, been there, I have everything planned out, and now I'm ready to take charge. Okay, that's what this energy is here. And these two are pretty significant in succession, because the Knight of Swords just takes off. Okay, so just watch for nothing completely net new. That's not advised around eclipses. You have to wait at least, like, I would say wait till mid-May, until after the solar eclipse in first week of May. So wait for the energies to settle if it's like a brand new idea. But if it's something that, as we've said, you already have a hunch on, and now you've built your plan, it's amazing to set foot, go forward. But as the Knight of Swords is going towards the moon, not everything is clear. So just be prepared for that some things will reveal themselves when the timing is right. So don't force anything. That's what I'm saying. There may be a bit of a pause. Take the pause, recharge, center, be present, heal yourself, heal your body, The physical movement is coming through for sure. As I said, come back to the body. I keep getting that phrase quite often. In the past few days, I've been getting that a lot. As I'm talking to people, it's like reminding everybody to come back to the body. That means do yoga, do get on the treadmill, go for a walk, lift weights, whatever it is, but come back to the physical, because not everything will be revealed at the moment. But because you're in a phase of like you're trusting your guidance, just trust that you're on the right path if you're being called to something. Okay? All right, so let's see. What's the advice for Pile 1 Spirit? What is the advice for them? What does Pile 1 need to know during the eclipse season? What's the advice for them? Okay. 1, 2, and let's get one more. Okay. So first up, we've got Gemini, cross-pollinate. There's your third house energy. That's similar to 3 of Pentacles. So see where Gemini is in your chart. I think this is also talking about, yeah, as I said, building blocks. There's something about your neighborhood, about your colleagues in particular. This can be siblings. This is, again, the third house represents people we don't quite pick and choose, but we're around them, okay? Like you cannot handpick and select your neighbors in your neighborhood, right? They're there. You select the house, and yes, the general neighborhood, but individually you don't handpick the neighbors. Individually, you don't handpick your siblings. Oh, I want you to be my sibling. I want you to be my sibling. Similarly, colleagues, you join a team or a team joins you. So there's something around people. So there'll be changes around the connections. Let's see what's more. Yeah, transits and climate, number 55. See, 5s are changes. So there are changes around you at this time. And let's see what's the third one. Wow. Double third house communication. So another 5 we're getting. So we've got twice we've got the energy of third house, and we've got the transits, so changing. So the advice from Spirit is, look, there are changes in your life. There are changes in the lives of people around you. So communication is going to be key at this point. Express yourself very clearly. Boundaries are important. And again, whatever's lining up is lining up for the best. Okay, so some of you are going to see people departing. Some of you are going to see people joining, especially because third house, as I said, had 3 of coins. I did also get the 3 of cups energy when I was looking at the card. So there's going to be good additions to your circle, to your immediate circle, and there are going to be necessary departures in your immediate circle. Okay, so just embrace that change that's going to happen. What's going to continue to be is like you're going to attract like-minded people. The people who are meant to be in your life are going to arrive or be around. And there's something also about healing relationships through communication, because we have a pair of birds and we have a pair of bees over here. There's 2s. There's the element of pairing that's coming up over here. So just have that in mind. But yeah, there is this like, expect this to change, and just be in an acceptance mode, and not try to fight the change. If somebody decides to leave, they were never meant to be in your life for a long time. Again, remember, people come in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Period. That's what it is. And the reason can be we learning lessons from them, or we giving them lessons, or they learning lessons from us. Any of that can happen. Okay, so that's this like major changes for, and as I said, it's the kickoff of the eclipse season, so this big changes around. So communication is going to be key, but also because there's so many other people showing up over here, remember this piece, that they may be projecting their pain onto you. So remember to just cleanse your energy and like just say, okay, emotions are running high across the board, but there's nothing more you can do about it. Let them be on their path, and you follow your own inner system, okay, or inner guidance system. Anything else, Spirit, in terms of advice? This is pretty unique. So some of you are either changing neighborhoods, or you're changing jobs, or other people or your teammates are leaving. Some leaders may be leaving. We have the 9 of coins. We have the 10 of cups. We have the 9 of pentacles. So I don't know why I drew extra cards, but clearly we need to see these. This is still in the advice section. What's the advice for pile 3? And the 9 of swords. Look at that. One final card, please. Yeah. Okay. So look, this is what you're coming into, but this is what you're coming out of. You're coming out of a time where, you know, it may have been analysis paralysis. So this is still, as I said, in the advice sector that I wanted to draw more cards. Is like, stop stressing over who is coming, who is going. Stop over analyzing things as things change in your environment. Stop feeling that as people leave or as things change around you that you've got no support system. This is a pretty internal energy, so don't tap into that too much. Instead, look at what you have. You have the 10 of cups and the 9 of coins. First of all, you are very resilient. It is time to reap the rewards of your labor. Take care of yourself. The 9 of Pentacles does talk about actually taking the time to enjoy the fruit that is now in our garden. Okay, you tended to the garden for so long. Now the question is like, okay, are you even going to enjoy it? Or are you going to just keep working and keep working and keep working? So this is a time of self-care as well. Healing, enjoying, doing something that makes you happy. Remember, inner child. Do that, and you're very confident, and you're also recognized for your talents, okay? And then you have the 10 of cups, so absolute fulfillment. No matter what changes come through, these are going to bring you a lot of happiness and contentment and fulfillment in life. So the advice is like, look at that, be present, be grateful for what you have, and that's how you'll be able to channel the changes that present around you. But know that you have done a pretty remarkable job of like getting on your healing journey, but others may not have done that, right? They still may have quite a bit of journey in front of them, and for that, people have to leave. And sometimes there are absolutely external things that happen that are completely out of our control, right? So let that happen. Let me actually draw let's get an animal spirit message for you. It's a final message for pile 1. What do they need to know for this eclipse season? What's the final message for pile 1, Spirit? We've got Gorilla. Take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. I think this is pretty strong because it said siblings, neighbors, colleagues around you. And again, it's talking about compassion and listening. So communication is key. Are there a lot of Geminis in this group, I wonder? But Geminis, Cancers are pretty strong. But this is again talking about all the stuff that I've been like saying all this while. And then bottom deck energy, we have Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in the situation. So yeah, as I said, there would be some changes, especially people related. That may, I feel like with the Honeybee, they may sting a little, okay? And it may hurt a little as people choose their own paths, or, whatever it is. It's people's own journeys. Don't try to control others. Rather come back to the center, come back to your body, come back to yourself, and have a lot of love and compassion, because it takes a while to like heal through this life, all the memories and experiences that we have that create our belief system. So just have compassion for that. But yeah, just it's a fact that the eclipse energy is pretty big. So stay grounded, listen carefully, but do not react, rather respond if you need to respond, is what I'm hearing, okay? That's what I have for you, a pile 1. If you like the reading, do give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please, every click helps me grow. It keeps me going. I really appreciate it. And with that, I wish you much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's just cleanse your space and get right into it. So you chose the second oracle card, which is surrender. I love the imagery. Let me bring it closer to you. So look at that. Here, and it's number 2. So 2 is all about balancing, right? It's just like creating an equal balance in life. But this imagery, I love it because it's not, you know, look at the posture, look at the face, look at the mood, the vibe. It's very, very relaxing. Okay, this is not the surrender of pain, like, oh, surrender to the pain and blah blah blah. No, it's like, no, sometimes you gotta just let loose. You just gotta like take it easy. I'm hearing some of you really need, I've been working so hard. It is time to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. You see the, you know, lovely fruits that we have over here. Ganesha loves to eat, okay? And Ganesha is a lord of removing obstacles. And, you know, of course, is I think he's the most, in the Hindu mythology, the god with the most wisdom, or was born with the most wisdom. When he was turned into the elephant god. Okay, I won't go into it, but the point is that really wise, the most intelligent person, the most powerful remover of obstacles, but loves the little 3D things of life. He loves food, he loves relaxing, he loves taking naps. So that's what this is saying, is like, no, it's time to kind of create that balance in your life. Okay, his favorite little mouse is here. So if you have pets, spend time with pets or children, whatever makes you happy. But this is a different surrender. It's not the hangman. It's not the limbo. Yes, it does say there is a little bit of weight, but it's like encouraging you to really enjoy the wait. So some of you have been thinking about taking a long weekend or a vacation or a spring break or a summer break, whatever, whenever you watch this, that's really, really highly encouraged at this point. Okay, so we're going to look into, with this eclipse season that's kicking off, what karmic completions are here and what is beginning for you. Okay, so for Pile 2 Spirit, tap me further into it. It looks like it's like, you know, just a wait and see what happens, but it's not a stressful wait. That's not what's coming through for you. Okay, so let's see what completion is here. What is completing for Pile 2? Sorry, this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Well, let's get a card from Soul's Journey. Okay, Pile 2 Spirit, Pile 2. And card from Winology. And again, if you want to know more about the eclipse, you can watch your favorite astrologer, whoever it is. The eclipse is happening on April 19th or 20th, based on your time zone. And it is happening in the very last degree of Aries. Okay, so it's an urgent completion or beginning something. So it's a little bit of an erratic energy for everybody, regardless of what house it sits for you. But you can follow astrology as you please. We're going to look into what this means for you, what energies are present. Okay, so what karmic completions are here for Pile 2? We have the Eagle, number 16, which reduces to a 7. This is a very deep card. I'll talk about this. We're going to look at all the cards first, and then we'll put them together. We have friendship. Look at that. I understand that the friend is in my life for a reason. Oh my goodness. This term, for a reason. Pile 1, I was just telling them about, there were some people changes, and I was like, people come in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So looks like there's some new friendships coming in for you. This is very, very interesting. You have surrender to the divine. You have 2 surrender cards. Full moon. Amazing. Amazing. big energies. And then we have reunion, soul ties. Okay, guys, this is very interesting. So with this card coming out, of course, there are some completions, and you have friendship and soul ties, reunion. So this is a time where we have, the group is split on this one. There are certain connections that are departing, and there are certain connections that are coming back, or new connections coming in. And again, connections can be friends, can be romantic connections, it can be friends of friends, it can be colleagues, it can be neighbors, neighborhoods. Take it as if it's there's an element of people. So I feel it's interesting because the eclipse is in the first house, astrologically speaking, or first sign, Aries, which is the beginner. It's the self. It's just me, and not in a bad way, but it's about me, myself, and I take the action and I build this. But the eclipse is showing that because it's the end of it, it's like, no, we gotta start looking and incorporating others into it. So a lot of like people, external energies are coming through in today's reading. Very interesting. So with the eagle here, this is what I said. The eagle is a very deep card because it talks about having that level of wisdom. And by the way, before I forget, there may be some Scorpios in the house because the eagle is one of the symbols for Scorpio. And eagle is the one that kind of flies straight into the storm, like the only bird that goes straight up into the eye of the storm because it can rise up from there and hover above the storm. Okay, all of the birds, flee and they find shelter, but eagle is the crazy one. And again, I'm a Scorpio ascendant, so this is not judgment, but eagle is the only, pardon my French, ballsy one who goes straight in the eye of the storm because it knows that's where it can see where it is and how much further it can rise and glide. Okay, so it's a big picture. It's like take charge, go through the storm, not be afraid of it because you only get to the other side by going through it. So that's like the inner power that you have within you. And at the same time, even when the eagle is hovering like 10,000 feet, it can spot its prey, meaning its goal, and really like narrow in and scoop it up. Okay, so that's like having the ability to like zoom out and then zoom in. That's something that you have inherently, and that skill is gonna come very handy at this point. Okay, so going back to what is completing. What's completing is like, I feel some of the toxic connections are departing. It's interesting. So you have to surrender to that fact, okay? And this is a lovely surrender. It's like, yes, we always say surrender to the divine, right? This is exactly what I was talking about. And, the hangman energy is like, there's nothing you can do in this. If there are changes happening around you, let them happen. Have faith that they're happening for your highest good. And that's why you need to become like the eagle and hover up and up and up and up and take a 10,000 or 30,000 foot view on life, on the bigger picture of life. So Spirit is asking you to zoom out. Whenever you find you are stressing out over something or someone or a particular situation that's just really bringing out all the wrong emotions in you, you need to disassociate and you need to zoom out from that. That's a very clear message that's coming through. And when you zoom out, you'll start looking at the patterns of what the karmic completion is, that this person or these people or these situations have only been giving you the same experience over and over again. And now it's time, because you're able to zoom out and look at it, you're going to just surrender and say, all right, I release it. I release it to the divine. This is no longer in my highest good. Spirit, just take the wheel. Whatever higher power you believe in, right? That's coming through. And as you do that, of course, that's the completion. You clear the air, you've kind of surfaced the storm. You're above it and you're just gliding. You're gliding, okay? Because above the storm is complete calmness. And as you glide, you're at peace. And as you're at peace, my crown is like crazy tingling right now. So you're doing an amazing job. When you're at peace, you're going to invite the beautiful souls into your soul tribe, okay? And yes, it could also be like after a period of time that certain people have done their own spiritual work and they come back into your life. So there could be some reunions. This could be for some special friends or connections. It's possible. Again, not to the point of, don't expect the wrong thing, right? Zoom out and see, is this for your highest good? And then in the meantime, enjoy life. Really, like this, I cannot emphasize enough. This card really wants you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to enjoy the sunshine if you're fortunate to have it with this weather. But, you know, enjoy nature. Just enjoy. Take naps. Do something that recharges you. And the rest will kind of fall into place, okay? Very, very interesting. Again, people-oriented energy coming through. Okay, so Spirit, help me tap in further into pile two's energy. What is happening? What is completing this eclipse season for them? And what is beginning? For pile two, Spirit, pile two. So far we have the Three of Wands, we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, look at that. We have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. We have Justice. Ooh. Justice will be served. Karma. Karma showing up in a karmic reading. Look at that. Oh my God, I love it. Oh God. Oh God. Look at what we got. The Hangman. But look at this Hangman. She's so pretty. She is so at peace and she's smiling. I love it. I mean, the Hangman is always at ease, by the way. But usually looks like, you know, poor thing is being tortured, but that's your energy. I'm sorry. Some of you would be like, oh gosh, I gotta wait more. I gotta be patient. Seriously, with this coming out, you'd be so happy. You'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna trust the divine and let the justice, you know, be served to those who deserve. And I'm gonna call my good karma and let karma take care of whoever it needs to take care of. But I'm going to sit back and relax for now till things calm down and till things kind of fall into place for me to take action. So despite how this may feel, I think what an important one for you here is because, well, let's look at the bottom deck energy. We have the King of Pentacles, okay? So there's a lot of stability. You're supported. You're very well supported. And again, wisdom keeps coming out for you. The turtle is also the most wise water mammal. Well, I didn't know. I don't want to get into that battle. Is it dolphins? Is it turtles? I don't know. But anyway, it represents slow and steady wins the race. You know, slowly you've put all the hard work over the years. Again, you've built your solid foundation. It's time to enjoy that. It's time to be grateful for it. And again, surrender, because there are things falling into place. But what I wanted to go back to is because you have the Three of Wands and Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups. Again, this is the melancholy, is like, oh man, when is it going to actually happen? I keep waiting. Nothing is happening, blah, blah, blah. That's what this card represents. Okay, I'm not saying you were saying that, but that's, you know, I'm often in this mood. But we have the Three of Wands and Eight of Swords. This is what I want to talk about because Eight of Swords, it feels like a trapped energy. It feels like, you know, the shadow side of surrender, where it's like, I'm stuck. I can't do anything. Like, why can't I move forward? But a lot of times it's in our head, or we've created these pressures and these milestones and timelines for ourselves, where like Spirit is never expecting us to do certain things on a certain timeline. We are as human beings. So what I do want to say is, because this is at 29 degrees of Aries, and I said Aries is the first sign, it's me. I want to take action. I want to get things done. Now it's at the 29, so 0 and 29 tend to be very powerful degrees in any sign. Follow some astrologer again. 29, because it's like just ending and you're like, the energy is like, oh gosh, I gotta start this now because I only have a day or whatever. Otherwise Aries is gonna end. It creates a sense of impatience, and regardless of where this sits in our natal charts, the energy of 29 degrees of the first sign of the zodiac is like, okay, we better get started. But guess what? The messages here are no, it's not the right time. So something that don't take any erratic decisions like out of the blue at this time. Again, hover over the storm. Just like go through it. There's no other way around it. The activities, the macroeconomic, the external events have to happen. Just let them happen. There is nothing you can do because there's like a lot bigger things at play in the background beyond our comprehension with justice being served. So a lot of people are going through their karmic, let's say, rewards, or what's a gentler word? I don't want to say punishment. Or let's say they're getting their karmic justice, okay, at this time. And the universe has a plan. So the only thing you got to watch out for is like, yes, your ships are coming in, okay? And threes are all about creation. Three is the third house. It's people, it's connections, it's siblings, it's neighbors, it's colleagues. But generally 3 of Wands is like your ships coming in. They are coming in. Okay, just hang loose, hang tight, whatever terminology works for you. Don't try to rush the process. You have enough abundance and stability to see you through this change, but trust that the right connections are going to stay or are going to join you in your life, and the connections that are no longer meant for you are going to depart. So don't feel like you're not taking any action. That's a big message for you. Interestingly, so for this pile, no matter what, don't create like random sporadic actions, especially until mid-May is when the eclipses energies will last, because then we have another eclipse in first week of May. So until mid-May, just enjoy life, okay? We're looking into what's the advice from Spirit. 3 cards from the Astro deck. What is this called? Star Codes Astro deck, okay? So first one out, ooh, look at that. We've got Saturn. Structure. Okay, here's your structure. Look at that. You've built a pretty solid structure for yourself. Let's get a couple more. That on friendship, it's very interesting. We have solar flares, activate. Number 17, reduces to an 8. And then we have 40, second house, resources. Again, same as the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is coming out as we're asking for advice. The advice for you here is like, again, enjoy your resources. I mean, you've built your resources, conserve your resources. Don't be impulsive at this time. Saturn does ask us to be very structured and very methodical in how we create our abundance, okay? So you may have, some of you may have Saturn in the second house, or you may have Capricorn as your second house. Okay, depends. You're meant to have abundance, you're meant to have wealth, and with these eclipses, actually something is really getting activated, because you got solar flares, literally says activate, okay? So big energies are activating right now. So within the next few weeks or up to 6 months, you'll start seeing significant upgrades in your second house, in your abundance. Now, the advice is like, okay, think through it, especially for those of you thinking about investments. This can be our, again, physical abundance. Our second houses are the money from our jobs, the money that we earn, the things we possess, art, good food, good wine, all the good things, right? Enjoy those good things in life, but in moderation, because Saturn is right here, okay? That's what's coming through, but plan for it. Long-term investments, this does not recommend short-term erratic movement of money. So no get-rich-quick schemes are not going to work at all, because Saturn is here. Saturn does not like that. So anything long-term is what's going to work. So do your research, spend this time, look at what you got, how you want to use your resources. That's the type of energies that's coming through. Yeah, that's because it's second house. This is your own income, okay? This is not 8th house. Because I was trying to think, like, if there's significant partners departing and if there's shared money, it could talk about changes in the 8th house, but that's not here. So, and even if that happens, then you're pretty secure, okay? King of Coins is here. So let's see what else, Spirit. Any other advice for pile 2? the King of Coins wanted to pop out again. So I'm gonna keep that right here. It's like, yeah, keep building on your security. That's what's in your hand. Okay. What's the money in the bank? What possessions do you have? Just work through that. You got the King of Swords. Okay. Let me get a couple more and then I'll talk. This is so interesting. Your reading went from connections, people, to people getting their justice. Also for some of you who've been waiting for some money that's owed to you, that'll come through with this landing on the the justice card. One more. Okay. Very interesting energy. And then we have the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups all coming in the advice arena. So looks like it's, so again with the Saturn, it's going to be a smooth journey ahead. Okay, that's what you need to know. So trust that you're coming into a smooth sailing time, and perhaps you're also being called to just go with the flow. Okay, with all the surrender cards that we got so far. But at the same time, this is so interesting. You have two kings and then you have the Two of Cups. The kings are talking about creating your foundation, keeping it secure, and also cutting out people that don't resonate with you anymore. The King of Swords is very good at cutting out people. He's a strategist. He knows, oh, is this the Phoenix? There we go, another Scorpio symbol. Interesting, it is a Phoenix, okay? So again, you're very powerful. You have the vision. You know who or what belongs and how to protect your resources, and your resources, again, physical also, but also your energy. That's a pretty big resource. And I think I said in one of my readings long back, there's this person, like a prophetic influencer. Is it Dandapani? I think so. Who said we should treat our energy as our currency. Okay, so don't give your energy away to everybody. And that's what the King of Swords is saying over here. It's like, no, if these people don't deserve your energy, don't give them your energy. Even if they're trying to create chaos in your life, they want a reaction out of you, don't give your energy. Your energy is too precious, okay? It's your most precious currency. So that's what the King of Swords is here to tell you, is like, okay, cut out people, cut out topics, cut out like random media, news, that whatever bothers you, whatever takes you out of this peaceful state of mind, cut that out. And rather focus on what brings you joy, what brings you true joy, okay? The Two of Cups, and kind of being in complete harmony with yourself as well. Again, this is interesting reading. I guess for this group, there are two things. There is reunions, love, connection, friendship. That's the one axis. So people and love is one axis. And the other axis is actually money. So both are getting activated at this time, which is very, very interesting. Because the second house, I'm in Two of Cups. Second house can also be, of course, it's ruled by Venus. So it's also love. Okay. So love and money is looking good. All right. You have to tell me how those relate. Because I was like, wow, this reading is expansive. This is major life changes for you. But through it all, like, just go with the flow and trust in the divine. Okay. All right. So let's get you a final message from your animal spirit guides. Let's see what they have to say for group two spirit. What do they need to know for this? How to handle, what to do during this eclipse season. We've got the honeybee. Interestingly, that was the bottom deck energy in the last one. And let's see what we have here. We have the cardinal. Okay, let's get these both and talk through these. So the first is the honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in the situation. Again, honeybee, again, is a hardworking bee, keeps collecting nectar, second house resources, but sometimes situations suck and sometimes they sting. That's what I get from this energy. And Spirit is saying, well, take this with compassion. There are, again, especially like people and who really do not act in their highest vibration. Just have compassion for them and forgive them, because again, you're the King of Swords. You don't want that energy to linger. within you. Because remember, your energy is your most precious currency. So you got honeybee. Okay, so focus on the sweetness also. And then you have cardinal. This is, I want to read the message to it, but cardinal, Aries is in cardinal sign. Cardinal, the word cardinal means beginners of season, the initiator. Okay, so this is the start of something, or some things in your case. Let's read the message. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. We started here with balance, with the number 2. Okay, there's not enough balance. We're working too hard. We're stressing out too much. We're worried about the storm. We're worried about the economy. We're worried about everything around us in the media, hoo-ha. But at the end, if you come back to the body, create that harmony, create that equilibrium, you're going to feel so much more peace. So you have surrender, 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 surrender to the divine, and have compassion. Justice is at play. Okay, so you don't need to take any action at this time. That's what I have for you, pile 2. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every click helps the channel. I really appreciate it. And do share your perspective if you want to, comment below. I love reading everybody's comments, and it's really, really beautiful to my soul. Okay, so with that, wish you much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who chose the 3rd oracle card. Let me bring this up to you, just cleansing your space, and let's get right into it. Okay, eclipse season is here. The eclipse is happening April 19th or 20th, but the energies start already from now. Look at that, Palo Santo all over me. So yeah, big cleansing time. And you chose the card wholeness. It's 26, which reduces, 24, which reduces to a 6. It is a number of Venus. It's the number of unconditional love. And as this card represents, it's all about the heart chakra, okay? So for you, this is an amazing, amazing time, pile 3. There's a lot of love, 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 love is what I see. You have really done a lot of work on your, let's say, your heart chakra, your inner child, your self-worth. You are in alignment. This is like heart-mind coherence, what I'm picking up on. And for some of you, I would not be surprised that this kind of initiates or kicks off a soulmate connection coming in. Again, remember the energies start now through the next 6 months through 1 year. So you're finally in an energy of this beautiful green aura where you're attracting the right people in because you're vibrating at a very high level. Okay, so there's a lot of love and you're going to feel complete regardless. For those of you who are already in a connection, or those of you who are happily single, don't care about inviting anybody else, whatever situation you're in, you are attracting good things and good people because you're so content. Okay, wholeness is a pretty big deal. Okay, it's very hard to be in this energy all the time, but you've done your work. Your heart is completely healed, and that's the big karmic completion that you're going through. And as you know, you're gonna just begin everything new. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of things coming to you, but love for sure. But you're not looking for it, is what I hear. Okay. There is also a big healing within your divine masculine and feminine within. So the symbol here, the 6-pointed star, it really talks about the top triangle is about the divine, masculine, and the bottom facing or downward facing one is a divine feminine. So it's a complete union within you. This is the 2 of Cups energy. You're healed. Great job. What this means when we say balancing the masculine and feminine within, you're no longer either always chasing goals or you're no longer always waiting for things to happen. You've created a nice harmony, a nice balance. You know when to invest your energy into going after something, and you know very well when you've done all you can and you've released and sit back and let the universe deliver. Okay, so that's the balance of the feminine and masculine within us. Okay, wow, a very different energy for each pile. I love it. So Spirit, let's see what we have happening for my beautiful pile 3. We'll draw 4 oracle cards. First one from the Mystical Shaman deck or oracle. Pile 3 Spirit, tap me into their energy. What do they need to know? What karmic completions and beginnings are happening for pile 3? Okay. Next, from the Soul's Journey. Oops. Pile 3 Spirit, pile 3. What karmic completion and beginning is here? Oh, the first one. Okay. Let's get one from the Moonology deck. And last but not least, let's get one from the Yin Yang Oracle. Oh, we got 2. All right. Okay, so we're going to open them all and then we're going to intuit the messages, okay, and expand from there. So first up, we have, whoa, Jaguar, number 28. This reduces to a 10 or a 1, so endings and beginnings. This, I said whoa because it's a very powerful card. And for me personally, like the Jaguar showing up, this is also a divine feminine, okay? The energy is feminine for the Jaguar. Oof, big energies. Love it. Love it. Okay, let's see. We have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. 2 divine feminine cards coming right up, because this is the part we were talking about when you have to wait. You've done everything you can. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I just love the synchronicity. We have guilt and sabotage. Okay. That's when the divine masculine is a little bit out of balance and we're like, we'll talk about that. And then we have change, courage. Wow. Okay, so here is what's happening for you. Again, you've probably set a few things in motion with this card showing up over here. You're on a journey. You've been working hard, and you've been patient, or you're being called to be patient. Now, with these 2 cards over here, with the guilt and sabotage and patience over here, this is where when we're not in harmony, we can sometimes self-sabotage. What does that mean? Where when we start chasing goals very aggressively, in the process, we burn people, we burn bridges, we just like, create this inner imbalance of chaotic energy within us. And, that what this does is like, it lowers our vibration and it confuses the universe and therefore delays our goals even more. It's like, well, they're not a match for this, for what they wanted. Okay, they're no longer in harmony, so maybe they don't want it, right? That's what the self-sabotage is. And sometimes this can come from the smallest of places because we have the guilt here. If you're a feminine, feminines carry a lot more guilt, okay? And again, not taking sides or anything here, but that's a generic pattern where we're conditioned to feel more, to embrace our emotions. And, it's also really bad because the masculines are told not to. So there's a lot of like repression. But the guilt tends to be something that kind of sits in the background. It just simmers. It just simmers and eats at our energy. And when we are not feeling whole within, we self-sabotage, right? Naturally, like because it's our energy speaks for itself, right? So that's coming to a completion. That's an energetic cycle that you're completing. You are going towards some change that you've already put in motion. But again, because the path has to unfold, you're being called to stay patient. And these 2 are extremely powerful together because why I said whoa with the Jaguar is an animal that has excellent vision. You see how the eyes are glowing. And again, cats, right? Big cats or cats have excellent vision in the dark, or they're the seers. They can see into the unknown. They have hunches and literally can see in the dark. So Jaguar with its sight can sit patiently, word is patiently, in the dark for its prey. And in your case, it's like you've been patiently waiting plotting out the path, the plan, and waiting for your goal to manifest. And that's what we have here, saying your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So Jaguars are pretty good at that. They can sit silently without moving, without any commotion whatsoever, and then pounce when their prey arrives. I was like, grab the opportunity, grab the bull by the horns when it comes. That's what is happening for you around this time. And believe it or not, it's happening because you feel so patient and complete. So stay in your heart energy, stay in the energy of love, stay in the energy of compassion and complete trust that whatever is meant to change will change, okay? Because change is here, and that's what eclipses do. Sometimes they can be very erratic changes, and that's where we have to be patient and just like go back to the body. I keep saying that in my readings today, is come back to your body, do something physical, exercise, cooking, yoga, walking, painting, craft, arts, anything that physically occupies you. That'll help you come back to your body and center you and ground you, because change is happening and you're being called to like courageously move forward when the path opens. But know that Jaguar is a very, very powerful energy. It's the powerful, supreme feminine energy, I can tell you that. And you may want to really read up on the Jaguar, like why does the Jaguar present itself in our lives when we need to hear. Okay, so let's see. Interesting. Maybe for some of you it's I know I got the love with the wholeness, because there could be a connection coming in, or there could also be a career move. I'm picking up a major career change here. Let's see what tarot has to tell us. But with change, courage, with the Jaguar again in this pile, I'm also picking up some Scorpio and then Capricorn energy that's already here. Let's see. Or Saturn may have strong placement in your chart. Saturn or Pluto. And by the way, the eclipse is in a square to Pluto, so there's a lot of tension among the planets. So don't like, it's not a small one, so don't think it's just you. It's everybody, because of the square to Pluto, and Pluto is a very powerful little far off planet, but the farther they are, the more powerful they are. So okay, anywho, we can watch astrology for that. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Okay, the card that went flying out, what is this? Knight of Wands. So much energy, full of fire, full of energy. So that's the divine masculine in you, like ready to take charge. Okay, so pile 3, Spirit. What is completing for them this eclipse season? What is beginning? We have the Knight of Wands. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 4 of Swords. And then we have these 2, which is the 4 of Coins. And we have the Page of Coins. Very, very interesting. There's your new opportunity. The new seed, and there's the 4 of Coins. Very interesting energies. Okay, so clearly what's ending is this period of like wanting to charge ahead and yet feeling very tight and analysis paralysis. Why is this happening? Why is this not happening? This was a phase of impatience, because this is also the phase where you were going through a lot of inner growth. Okay, now you're at a phase where there are 2 4s here, so you're very, very highly protected. You're surrounded by your angels, by the, passed on loved ones. There's a lot of spiritual protection around you. With the 4s aligning, it's again that feeling of feeling complete, feeling of wholeness. Again, there we go. Wholeness and completion within. This is also your same patience energy, self-care energy with the 4 of Swords. So, at this time, there's no need to fight this, is what I'm hearing, because the Knight of Wands just wants to like charge ahead and create havoc and fire everywhere. And it's like the classic energy of this eclipse actually in Aries, because of the degree. It's at 29 degrees, which is pretty critical. It's like an urgency to start something, to urgency to start that fire, because I want to get it done now. That's the energy of the eclipse, and we got to be aware of it. So it's going to rattle a lot of people. What do we do with that? Nothing. That's the hardest part. Is like, be patient, sit through it, let this pass. It's going to be crazy, but in the meantime, come back to the body, Four of Coins, come back to the center, ground yourself, look at what you have, physically do something to make you feel grounded, because there is a new beginning that's coming through over here. Page of Coins. This is kind of looking like a coin to me. So something new is coming to you. And what I'm picking up on, this is something for the long term. This could be a new career that takes you into new heights, is what I'm hearing. But at this moment, up until like astrologically speaking, look, bottom deck energy, you will be victorious. Okay, you'll come out on top of this. And both of these are talking about some sort of journey. Okay, so some change is happening that's going to take you in the right direction, but it's being really activated at this time, but the path hasn't opened up yet. So up until mid-May, don't take any drastic new action. I'm telling that to everybody because of the energies of the eclipse, which is 19th or 20th of April. So from here on out till mid-May, don't do anything drastically different, and don't trap yourself in like, oh my gosh, nothing is happening. Just come back, ground yourself, stay centered, because that will give you the energy to really think through what seeds you want to plant for the future, because doorways are opening up for you. You're going to come out on top. We also have Cancer energy showing up. Okay, so earth and water energy is prominent over here. And by the way, earth and water is what creates plants, right? So greenery. So this time may be very good for you to like engage with nature, cook, do some gardening, take walks if you can, something like that. Whatever brings you close to nature. Water, spending time at the beach, if you have one accessible somewhere, something like that. But what's ending is this long drawn out time of just action, but action for the sake of action. Again, that's what I meant, like when your masculine and feminine are healing, you're no longer just like aggressively chasing goals, or if you've been doing that, that's kind of coming to an end. This is the time like learning to receive, healing the divine feminine within, and like patiently watching when that door opens, you're in, you go in. That's when you take the action. Okay, so let's see. Excuse me. What's the advice for pile 3 spirit? What is the advice for pile 3 to take advantage of these energies through the eclipse season, the first eclipse of the year? What's the advice for pile 3? Okay, first we have 10th house, authority. Look at that, Capricorn, double Capricorn energy showing up. This reduces to a 3. Okay, I'll talk about this. As your career, authority, 10th house, your title. 10th house can also represent our like social title, as in like single, married, divorced, mother, father, sister, brother, whatever. Any of those sort of titles. Okay, so 10th house. That's the advice. We have Mercury, messages. Okay, this is Gemini energy. And then one final from this deck. Ooh, we got 2. Let's see what we have. We have 12th house also showing up. Okay, 12th house, introspection. And then we have, there we go, the asteroid series, nurture. So there is your 4 of swords and 4 of coin energy and the 9 of swords. So 12th house is our psyche, it's our mental health. So again, introspection. And then with series, talking about what would you do differently now that you've gone through that journey, in the sense like prioritize your physical, mental, emotional health first. That should be a number 1 priority. So again, strong feminine, nurture yourself. How would you mother yourself? Like if you saw your own inner child going through whatever you've been going through, how would you nurture them? You know, hug yourself, Be kind to yourself. Take a spa day, retail therapy, exercise, cook, fine dining, make something beautiful, cook something beautiful, delicious. And that's gonna like something that engages your mind, body, and spirit. That's very important at this time. And again, keep coming back to the body. That's what I'm hearing, because there's a lot of communication here with Mercury. Also, maybe interesting for you to watch where Mercury is in your natal chart, or what houses it's transiting. I think currently, is it in Taurus? I think so, but you may want to check that. So this would be an important one for you, but Mercury, regardless, is also going retrograde right after this eclipse. So not a good time to start something new, or there may be like mishaps in communication and what we write, what we say, what somebody hears versus what we say, what somebody sends us or writes to us versus how we read it. So emotions may be complicating communications at this time. So the advice is like just have compassion and patience, and know that it's a pretty erratic energy for everybody, but it goes both ways, right? Even what you say may be taken in the wrong sense, and when someone says something to you, it could be taken in the wrong sense. So just like watch out for that. But with 10th house authority also coming out for you, it's like claim your ground is what I'm hearing. It's like the Capricorn energy is the 10th house energy. What do you want to build? What is your foundation? Go with it. Be confident in it, and literally claim your ground. Whatever you call it, like put your stake in the ground sort of thing, but in a very compassionate way. It's like building a healthy boundary without any guilt. It's like, no, it's like, getting invited to some random, I don't know, get together, and which, again, I say some random because right now it doesn't resonate with your energy. But yes, last year, 2 years ago, you were completely in line with it. You enjoyed it. And now you feel like this is just such a waste of my time, whatever. Those sorts of things, you may not have said no in the past, like being very careful about how you respond. But now you're in a position of power, and this is the self-power. Because you feel so complete within you, you don't have that desire to go attend just for the purpose of attending. That's the sort of message that's coming through over here. It's like it's okay at this time to say no to things or to people that don't resonate with you, because that's the utmost form of self-care is not spending our energy like that. Okay, so that's coming through in advice. Let's see what else, anything else that pile 3 needs to know during the eclipses for these karmic completions and beginnings. And we're picking up connections and career for you, pile 3. We got Queen of Wands, lovely, especially with the 10th house energy. So you're very talented. You're really, people look up to you. You walk into a room, you light up the room. That's how celebrated you are. And you're going to start seeing this more and more because now you feel very complete, okay? You have the Empress. Look at these cards. Major Arcana. Also, so many Divine Feminine coming in. Maybe like when I picked up the balancing here, you probably weren't in the past. Maybe you were very hard on yourself and like being very strict and very diligent and just creating all these extra expectations of you. But now you're learning to receive, or you've learned how to like sit back and receive as well. That's why all these energies are coming out. Again, the Empress is the queen of all queens. Absolutely fertile. So those of you who don't want to get pregnant at this time, take precautions. But the Empress is fertility and abundance in all forms. Whatever you touch is going to turn to gold type of energy. So amazing new beginnings here. Let's get one more. One final tarot, and then we'll get the advice. Okay. So we have this one over here. Wow, look at that. The Emperor. I told you I saw male, female, a union, love coming through with the beginning of that card. We have a divine counterpart here. the Empress and the Emperor. And the Emperor represents the Aries sign in which the eclipse is. So some of you are really calling in your divine counterpart. And then you have Five of Swords. Again, this is the small energy. Allergy? Interesting. You may be, finally, you know, what's that funny saying? You may find yourself suddenly being allergic to certain people. Do you know? You know, and then they ask like, oh, do you have any allergies? Like, nah, just people. I'm allergic to people. I really feel like some of you are feeling that way. So this is, again, pick your battles, okay? This is going back to your boundaries. This is going back to like, no, I'm going to learn to say no. I don't have to have a reason. It's like, why aren't you coming? I can't. Or I won't. You don't, if you don't want to say I won't, just say I can't. That's it. And not have to go into explaining, because this is just like wasteful energy over here. Like, you are so magnetic at this time. You are really inviting in people that resonate with your vibration at this time. Okay, so very, very powerful people. Also like inviting in some people of influence, I'm hearing, that may help you on your path as well. So that stuff is really opening up. And yes, it's going to happen quite suddenly in the sense of like shifts may happen suddenly. So stay through it, stay whole, stay content, stay grounded, and watch the path unfold for you. Okay, pile 3. Let's get your final messages from your animal spirit guides. Get final 2 cards for the reading, please. Spirit pile 3, pile 3. Okay, I guess we're getting 3 because I also take the bottom deck card. Okay, pile 3, we get 3 cards. So first up, we have the Pueo. Ooh, I don't even know how to say that. Hawaiian owl. That's beautiful. Okay, let's read the message. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now. So pay close attention to signs and omens from them. Wow. That is gorgeous. I love owls. I just love them. Okay, then we have cheetah, more big cats. Get clear on your intention, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. There you go. That's what I keep feeling like. You are like, you've paved, you know, the plan, you've set the path. Now you have to wait for the opportunity to open up. And then as it opens up, you apply to achieve your goal. And last, again, cats. Oh my God. How many cat owners in this group? Comment below, cat owner. Hashtag love cats. You got the baby cat too, domestic. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. And this is the energy that we were picking up in the beginning, is like, for those of you who are so content, and when I said that you may be single, you're not even like interested, but it's not like you're against being in a connection, but you don't feel incomplete without it. And that's the biggest, I would say, characteristic of the cat personality is like so independent. You can't pet a cat when you want to. I mean, at least that's what I know. Theoretically, I don't have a cat or a dog, but it's what the energy of the cat is. It's like the cat will let you pet it on its own terms. You don't grab the cat comes to you. Or you know how they say that you don't choose your cat, the cat chooses you. So there's a very, very feminine energy that's happening over here, along with a lot of wisdom that you're getting from your ancestors, from your divine, spirit team, or whatever higher power you believe in. So fantastic. I hope you have a fabulous eclipse season, pile 3. If you like the reading, please drop a like, give me likes. Drop a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every click helps me grow. I really appreciate it, and it keeps me going. Thank you so much. Wish you the very best, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.